Welcome to another edition of the Sports War. And we are back. We got the full crew in the house. That is what it's all about. The Yankees, out of any team in the league, are the best equipped to handle a blow like this.
I think there is a higher power at play here. He's due law of averages. That dude is the ultimate scrub. It's trash. Yeah. Every person you have in there is fucking trash.
Next game, you're going to see a big performance. You can see it in the end of the game, and I'm just totally stoked and excited for this.
We are back. Welcome to another edition of the Sports Report. It's Barnes. It's Tony.
Yo.
It's Michael.
Yo.
It's Renee.
Yo.
And I have to say, really miss all you guys, all of our viewers out there. It is great to be back.
I think I speak for everyone, our viewers, and everyone in this room. We miss you too, Barnes, and it's great to have you back.
Yeah, I mean, so much to talk about. I didn't get a chance to really even recap the Super Bowl.
I know.
Which obviously I know you got to, but just with that, I mean, obviously, congrats to the Rams. Stafford and Aaron Donald. I think they really deserved it. Crazy, what happened with Odell and another ACL. Obviously bittersweet though, because he does get a Super Bowl title.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I mean, 2 ACLs, wide receiver.
I said it's over.
I know. We were saying yesterday.
Like not even gonna play.
I mean, he's not going to be anything like he was.
Damn, man. I'm trying to think of a comparison. Somebody with 2 ACLs in any sport.
Des Bryant.
He had 2?
I'm pretty sure he had 2 injuries.
Because I know he had the Achilles with the Saints.
And then the knee.
Okay, yeah. And then
he was elite.
That's tough.
And it's sad with him because they switched the call on him.
Yeah. And then I think too with Odell, I mean, I might have been getting ahead of myself, but the way he was playing, it looked like next year he was going to have 1,500 yards receiving if he was healthy.
I know. He came out hot for the Super Bowl too. That first quarter, he was looking really nice. It looked like he was going to be, a dangerous weapon. And then unfortunately, you saw him kind of have that weird stretch for the ball, right? And you just saw his
knew it.
Contact.
Me and Tony were saying that
right away.
He plants too hard. Dude.
Yeah.
Especially on that turf too, those skinny legs, dude.
But hard to fault him for that. I've been known to plant pretty hard myself.
Yeah.
No, I'm just saying, coming down for a rebound, it's on my feet, stuff are always sore.
Play hard, dude.
Yeah. By the way, we're due for a basketball game.
I know.
Some may say we're overdue.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm definitely pumped to get it out. I just want to, a better performance for myself. Not shooting 20%. You know what I mean? It's like
15%,
maybe less. We'll definitely have to get that off soon. And then all the retirement rumors with McVay and Donald, but it looks like they're coming back. I mean, I know they were hammered at the parade yesterday, but
I mean, I really couldn't see McVay retiring.
I mean, that's just like we're just getting insane. People retiring at 36. I mean, come on.
Give me a break.
John Madden.
42 though. 36 is like I don't know. It just didn't make any sense. No. And the thing is, though, he could coach for 14 more years.
Didn't Gruden do it?
Yeah.
No. He was probably 47, 48. And still retire 50, have a long coaching career, and then do all that stuff. He doesn't need to go till 70. Yeah. You know what I mean? I don't think anybody's asking him that. Donald, I think it was just a play for money because I think he's like the 5th highest, 6th highest player, paid defensive player in the league. I mean, obviously, he deserves to be number 1.
We were talking about it too. How whack was it that was like maybe the first question that the reporter asked?
Yeah.
And he's just like, I'm just gonna enjoy this moment,
Yeah. But I mean, stupid question. I think actually that was Michelle Tafoya. Yeah, who was her last game with NBC because I don't know, she's doing regular news or whatever. But also though, I don't get if he was just tight, but it's like, why wouldn't he just be like, I'm not going anywhere?
Yeah.
Why wouldn't he just say
I'm sure
that,
he was
though?
a little tight that it was this is
makes sense.
Just won the Super Bowl. You asked me if I'm retiring. Like,
did you guys feel for Burrow?
Yeah, of course, dude.
Played a great game.
Played a phenomenal game, a great season.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, like we said, it was the biggest question mark was if his O-line could protect him.
Almost like lost a knee. Luckily,
I know. Almost got injured again, dude.
I guess. I don't know how. It was just a sprain. But I would imagine they're going to attack that, part of the team, in this offseason with the offensive line.
I would hope so.
So a lot of storylines to track, this offseason. And the NFL draft coming up the end of April. Obviously, me and Michael are stoked, as far as that's concerned.
Oh, yeah.
Jets. So a lot of interesting stuff and long off season, but it's like I feel like versus any sport, it doesn't drag as much just because there's big events like free agency and the draft that generate so much interest.
Yeah, definitely. And I feel like the draft obviously is, unlike some other sports, is
baseball. What draft?
Yeah,
you know what
exactly.
I mean? Have you ever watched the NHL draft?
Yeah, a couple times here and there, but still,
you don't know the guys, right?
Yeah, you don't really know the guys. You may not see them right away too.
For 10 years. I mean, average though is probably what, 3.5, 4 years.
Yeah, I would say give it that,
which is kind of nuts.
Yeah. Well, you gotta give them time.
But then you think baseball could be 6 years.
I know
years.
that is outrageous. It's like I don't even watch the MLB draft.
Yeah. So, but yeah, so we'll see what happens in the off season. But just wanted to get my 2 cents in there. But let's go now to the world of the National Basketball Association.
LeBron James at the buzzer. He banks in the three, and the Lakers win the game.
Let's go, baby.
So interesting doubleheader on ESPN last night. Caught it on my flight back. And I was watching the Knicks Nets. I mean, the Knicks are up 28 in the second. Oh, I'm gonna just go to the hockey. They had a doubleheader on TNT.
Yeah, I love to see it.
And then I'm looking at my phone. All of a sudden, it's a tie game in the fourth quarter, and I'm like, oh my, I can't believe this. I know they've blown leads before, and they end up losing the game by 5. Like I said, after leading by 28. So obviously just another terrible loss. And you look at it from the Nets side, I mean, they had no one. I mean, no Kyrie, no Durant, no Simmons, didn't matter. Cam Thomas, a rookie from LSU, a guy I've mentioned a couple times, Michael. Now I'm moving up the timeline here. Possibly next year he'll be an all-star. I'm telling you, this guy is special. I just see it. Curry and Drummond, 2 guys that I love, really stepped up for the Nets. And this is huge because they've been reeling. I think they had lost 10 of 11, whatever the case may be. So they're just trying to tread water here until they can have their new big 3 back. So obviously they were happy about getting the win. And I think it was their 6th straight over the Knicks, which is crazy. And then you look at it from their side, Randall, huge game, but I mean, what does it mean? 31-10, but another loss. So just kind of empty stats. I mean, what do you even have to say about it, Michael?
It's just a sad day.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe. I mean, dude, Thomas looked nice though, dude. Wow,
right?
That step back 3 to seal it, to make it 5-point win.
I mean, you see it in him.
He's got it. Even Kevin Durant, like when he came to the bench, he was like, "You're a fucking problem,"
Yeah. So that's gonna be big for them down the
I just
stretch.
can't wait for everybody to go. Dolan's gonna do what he did to the Rangers last year: clean sweep. Basketball operations, bye. Fucking Thibodeau,
Right.
bye. Fucking Randall, goodbye. Zion, hello. Van Gundy, assistant. Jackson, here's your fucking chance, bud.
I will be so excited just to see what that's going to look like.
People will forget about these over the last 30 years if that happens.
And the thing that's crazy is I really like with Thibodeau. I understand, he has his ways and stuff, but he has to know the writing's on the wall. Like I honestly don't get it. Is it like, oh, I don't care. I'm not listening to anybody. I'm going to get my money. So if they don't want me, that's it. Like that's his mindset.
I mean, it looks like the team gave up on him.
Or you think he almost can't wait to get out of there?
I don't know.
I don't think so. It doesn't seem like
it.
Yeah. But I mean, I just don't see how he survives unless all of a sudden they go on a 10-game winning streak. I mean, the only thing I can think of.
Which is kind of unlikely, I feel.
Kind of.
No, but I think what Mike said, honestly, I think is what's going to happen. You're going to see, just like what they did with the Rangers. I mean, you're going to see a nice little letter come out.
Yep.
Like, to the fans, hey guys, we appreciate all your support and everything. We're going to need your continued support in our complete rebuild, and good things are coming.
Yeah.
And what has happened with the Rangers?
What happened with the Rangers? But they have a great fan
America's
base.
team.
So.
Great fan base.
So do the Knicks.
Rich history.
We sell out all the time. What do you mean? We're
guys
there.
do sell out.
But I think of recent, I think the hockey has been getting more fans.
The hockey.
Dog, you know.
Oh yeah, I know. No, yes, I think I do because people I think are realizing how much fun hockey is to
Yeah.
watch. How much fun it is to go to a game. There's really no other atmosphere like it, honestly.
Yeah. So, and I was just thinking about this with the Rangers last year. I know they fired Quinn. Did they bring in a new GM as well before the season or no?
I don't think so. No.
But it was always Glenn Sather, and then he
Yeah.
retired, and now they
Yeah.
have someone else. I don't
Mhm.
even know.
I couldn't recall his name off the top of my head, honestly.
You're not a big hockey front office.
No, I don't focus on the front
aficionado.
office, dude. No, just give me that
What-
coach, give me the players.
Was Quinn like a heralded coach or not really?
Oh, what?
Like
Yeah. Sorry.
He said it right.
Yeah.
He did. It's just I was caught off guard.
Yeah.
You know, a heralded coach. I mean, yeah, he was, but I mean, he just didn't really have. He wasn't really a players coach, I guess.
Okay.
It just didn't seem like he was able to hype up the players, get them excited and stuff like that. It didn't really
So
like.
he was tips.
I guess so, but he wasn't like. It's like he was stubborn or anything.
Yeah.
You know, like he had a good system. He just like I said, he wasn't like a hype guy.
Yeah.
There was just no excitement. There was no like drive.
And then wow, I'm completely blanking. Oh, Gallant. Was he Vegas's coach last year or he took a year off?
He was Vegas' coach last year. Yeah.
And then they fired him because they didn't like go far.
Yeah.
Yeah, which was kind of premature on their end. Obviously, we're
I know. And it's
reaping
like
the
first year they
benefits.
did so well. Second year they were kind of trash. They got rid of him right away. It's like you gotta give him like benefit of the doubt for like at least a year buffer.
That was
Yeah.
crazy. But yeah, we'll get to hockey in a second. One other game, second half of the doubleheader here. Lakers do beat the Jazz. Another look ahead
With
spot
Donald
for Utah.
there flexing the whole game.
Aaron Donald
With LeBron,
in the
they were just
crowd.
looking at each other flexing the whole game.
Yeah, so I think he was firing up LeBron.
Yep.
106-101. LeBron, another classic game, 33-8-6. Got 17 and 7 out of Westbrook, who didn't look completely terrible yesterday. It kind of contributed. Davis was hot early, 17 points, midway through the second. Once again, the injury comes down on an ankle, and they're saying out at least 2 weeks. But I mean, it looked like he broke his
he's
ankle.
gone.
I don't know how it's a sprain.
It's crazy that Cat's now technically better.
But I just don't. Is he really unlucky, or is it more than that with the injuries? Or do you think he's just an injury waiting to happen? You know what I mean?
At this point now.
I guess so. I mean, it doesn't seem like he's out of shape. It doesn't seem like
Yeah.
he's dogging it. That's why he's getting hurt.
but
he's not a
also,
small
but he's
guy,
not
like-
ripped either.
No, he's not
though.
ripped, but he's
So,
not like
Yeah.
he's not like sucking air like 10 minutes of the game. You know, like
he can move.
He can move.
Yeah.
And he's not small. He doesn't have like tiny legs or anything. Like, I don't know what it is about him, dude. I think, like you said, he's just prone to injuries. It's ridiculous.
And it's
It
just
sucks.
LeBron's leaving.
But imagine the feel
That's
that,
whack if he does.
that this win you would feel like if AD didn't get hurt. The Jazz, top team in the West, you beat them. It seems like maybe we're gonna go up from here, but it's just tough to see
too.
that, and it feels like he's gonna miss a month. Just looking at that.
What they say 2 weeks?
They said it reevaluated in 2 weeks.
Okay. High ankle sprain we're thinking? Or?
They just said-
all ankles.
They just said ankle. They didn't say
Ankle.
high.
It's the whole thing, dude.
But maybe we could get Dwight Howard some more playing time. I don't know. He was part of a championship team,
Right.
So,
So
but they also could just do coaches' decisions and not play him, and put in I don't know, put Ariza at the 5 and or at the 4 and LeBron at the 5.
You guys are sinking,
kinda
bro.
dumb.
Your ship is sinking, dude.
I know.
Yeah.
It's 4 games under 500 now, dude.
And of course, all this has
This
to happen
injury.
before I see them live.
Yeah.
Of course.
Well, then you can just focus on, drinking. You're good.
Barnes, I'm gonna make Barnes sad.
What?
2 days ago was supposed to be pitchers and catchers.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
no.
dude.
I'm well aware of that. So I don't know. I think I just can't think of a worse human being, honestly, than Rob Manfred. But right or no?
Human being, yeah.
Yeah. Is there really one person other than all the owners that get all their fat checks that actually like him?
I don't think so.
Like
There's no way. No players come out to be like, yeah, I kind of like him.
there's
no one
way.
has. No
Such a
one.
joke.
I
Such
know.
a joke. So we'll see. Maybe John Wall gets bought out. Lakers bring him in. Something crazy. You can't rule out anything at this point. But
You think if the rest of the season's a bust, LeBron's leaving?
I think he has one more year left on his deal.
One more
So
year on the
he's
deal.
not a guy that's going to be part of a trade.
They wouldn't trade him.
I don't think he's
Like-
just not a guy that's in a trade. That's all I could say. Like he'll have his free agency. He doesn't want to be traded. And I think also, I mean,
They don't want to be traded.
there's going to be drastic changes. And then I think after that, it's going to depend on.
Where's his son?
Yeah, exactly. A lot of talk about a third act in Cleveland, potentially, which with this Cleveland team, I mean,
Oh my god.
would they win 75 games? I mean,
Probably.
maybe.
I feel like LeBron would go there and he would ruin everything.
He should. Come on. When has he ruined anything, Tony?
My life.
Oh my God. Anyway, before we get on a tangent here, Tony, last day before the All-Star break,
Thank
so we got
God.
some games, and Michael, if you could just run them down,
I got you.
and make a couple picks here.
By the way, you know what today is?
President's Day?
February 17th? No, President's Day is Monday.
All right, it was close.
It's Michael Jordan's birthday.
Nice. He's right here.
February 17th. What is he? 50?
He's probably like 56.
59, I think.
Oh wow.
I remember when he turned 50.
I remember when he turned 40.
I remember when he played at 40 for the Wizards. It sucked.
Michael Jordan, 59.
59.
Wow. Yeah, look at that.
10 away.
Yeah, Jordan, baby.
Jordan.
Look at the screen.
That's.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, look at Renee. Wow.
Tony's like, she's doing something.
Happy birthday.
I
Happy
didn't say
birthday.
that. Mike said that.
Thanks,
Happy, Bart, happy birthday.
Yeah. All right. So here we go. We got Miami versus Charlotte. Who you got?
Miami by 30.
Wow.
Butler, 45 points. Miami, let's go.
All right. We got Brooklyn and Washington.
Brooklyn, Cam Thomas, career high 50, win by 4.
Brooklyn, Seth Curry, 32 points, win by 10.
Dallas, New Orleans Pelicans.
Pelicans, Ingram, 60 with a 10-point victory.
Mavs, Doncic, maybe 47 points, 12 assists. They win by 15.
All right. The next one is hold on a sec.
You right?
Dallas
Oh
versus
my
New Orleans
God.
Pelicans.
Wait, didn't we just do that one?
Yeah, we did.
Oh,
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah.
Philadelphia versus Milwaukee.
So, yeah, I'm going to say Philadelphia's going to win. No, they just lost by like 60 to the Celtics. Giannis is going to have 60, speaking of 60, and the Bucks are going to win 135 to 110.
Give me the Sixers, big bounce back spot. Embiid sticking to his game. Win by 3.
Houston, Los Angeles Clippers.
Houston, 110. Clippers, 89. Christian Wood, 25 and 20.
I don't know about that one, dude. Give me the Clippers, 110. The Rockets, 92.
Who would you say you like better, the Clippers or the Bruins?
I don't like the
Or
Bruins.
the Jazz. I
Like,
mean, but if you had to pick out of all
Clippers
those,
or the Jazz
or the Bruins.
or the Bruins. Out of
Yeah.
those 3 teams,
Yeah.
I guess the Clippers.
Wow. George, you're just a big George guy and
Yeah,
Kawhi?
he's a cool dude.
You like Kawhi or no?
Nah, no.
Okay, so it's just a
Madonna.
George.
Yeah.
Okay.
George.
All right. Just wanted to double check
George.
there. So that's what we got for
George.
NBA. You know, we obviously got All-Star weekend coming up. I always like Saturday, you know, with the skills, 3-point dunk contest.
I like the celebrity also.
Celebrity.
Yeah, that's cool. We're gonna be in that one day.
Have they not
Yeah.
done that in a couple years?
I feel like they did it last
They
year.
did do it last year. Okay. And then the game, I don't know, man. It's just,
I know.
it's too much.
It's too much of a show.
If you have a guy who's there for the first time, you want to see him.
Yeah,
sure.
that's cool.
But other than that, forget about it. But for now, let's go to the world of the National Hockey League.
In they come, Kevin, what a save by Vasilevsky! Are you kidding me? McAvoy, Frederick, did you get the license plate number on that truck? McDavid, beautiful move. You just knew that Connor McDavid was going to make a statement. What a goal!
Kind of been making a statement a little bit, right?
Connor McDavid
Or just
A
the
little bit
Oilers
bounce
more.
back.
I know
Yeah,
they scored
no.
last game.
scored last game. I think Evander Kane had like a goal and assist.
It-
Hopkins had a goal. It was like an all-around team
Yeah.
victory too, which is what you want to see from them.
Because I thought, two losses in a row.
Against the Kings too, they played.
Yeah. Yeah, on the road. I mean, that's
Yeah.
impressive.
Things aren't nothing to sneeze at.
And the crazy part is through all the turmoil this year, firing the coach, Draisaitl, media, Brandon Kane. I mean, they're still in play to win the division, which is crazy.
Which is unbelievable, dude.
Never saw it coming in a million years.
Really?
I mean, after that stretch, I just saw everything's falling apart. But we were talking about it, from the other night, I guess. Let's see. So it was Tuesday. The Rangers, that OT win or shootout win against the Bruins. 9 legs, Shesterkin, concussion doctor, doesn't matter. 9th option, they win. I mean, this is talk about a complete team. New York Rangers.
I mean, obviously, give it to Keandre Miller. He's the one who kind of won the game for us in the shootout. First ever shootout career appearance for him.
Great move, by the way, too.
Great move, too.
Fake right, go left corner.
Yeah, gotta love to see it. Composed. He was patient.
Yeah.
Which is always, something is hard to come by, especially when it's, your first career shootout appearance. It's the 9th leg. It's all riding on you. A lot of pressure on this young kid. But yeah, he came up big. And I mean, you got to give it to Shesterkin. I mean, dude, Boston scored once in the first period, didn't score again the rest of the game. Shesterkin had unbelievable saves from breakaways. There was, several times where the Bruins had 2-on-1s, 3-on-2s, and he was able just to slide across that crease, get his leg on it, a couple nice glove saves, got through the concussion protocol, even though he was pretty tight about it, dude, which was always hilarious to see. Comes back in there, absolutely kills it in the shootout. I mean, how could you? This guy is an all-star goalie. He's one of the best in the league right now, if not the best.
Yeah. Yeah, and I'm the way things are these days, the fact that he was able to get back on the ice like that, that was obviously huge. So a great win for the Rangers after the long break.
Right.
And then they'll be back on the ice tonight. We'll get that to that in a second. 2 games from yesterday. The Battle of the Frauds. When you're asking me, Panthers, Hurricanes. We go to OT, and Ekblad wastes no time scoring the game-winning overtime goal early for a 3-2 win. So, I mean, those are 2 teams you could see matching up in the playoffs. Now, result for aside here, do you feel that Florida is a better team, or do you think like this game that they're very comparable and anybody could win?
I do think so. Honestly, I think both teams kind of played down a level. I feel they were both pretty sloppy. They were giving up the puck a lot. Florida had 17 giveaways. Carolina had 14. They each had plenty of power play opportunities too. And I think Florida had 5 power play opportunities. Carolina had 4 or 5. And then none of them, there was no power play goals. They just could not score on the power play. They were both very sloppy. Again, you expect these 2 teams who have a lot of offense to be scoring more goals, but 3-2 in an overtime win. It's a little bit less than what you would think, but yeah, I would think these 2 teams are comparable. It was interesting, like I said, to see them kind of play down a level.
Yeah,
especially both in the same game against each other. I don't think that's really ever going to happen. So if they do, face each other again, I mean, I expect a more higher level of play.
On 3, we both have to say it. If we had to pick, which team is better? 1, 2, 3. Panthers.
Carolina.
Interesting.
That's
Interesting.
funny.
Well, now we know if we have to go heads up.
Huberdeau.
Huber don't.
And speaking of, you'd expect more out of teams. How about only 2 goals in the Colorado Vegas game last night? And obviously, big story. Eichel finally making his Vegas debut. 17 minutes on the ice, only 1 shot. Obviously, they get shut out. In Colorado, I mean, they lost 4-1, I believe, the last game to the Stars, but they had their backup goalie in, and we've had the tender talk many times how that just changes a game, even though it really offensively you still should be the same. But I think it has a mental effect for sure. But just another outstanding performance from Kumper, 29 saves, and Colorado, I mean, 35-9, and we were talking before the show. I don't see who's going to be able to challenge them. And I know this changes weekly with, teams getting hot and whatnot. But literally the only team that comes to mind when I just think about it quickly is Edmonton. They really get it together. They're going on all cylinders, but still, I just feel like whether it's Kosikin, whether it's Smith, whether it's Skinner, I feel like they're going to give up 6-7 goals to this team every night,
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, you talk about their how good their offense is. It's really unbelievable. I mean, you look at all their wins. I mean, even their losses, they're still scoring 3 goals in a loss.
And I think they have 4 games with 7 goals, at least 3. They were talking about that in the telecast.
7 goals. Here's 1 with 7, 2 with 7, 3 with 7, 4 with 7, 5 with 7, 6 with 7.
I mean,
7 with 7.
It's
7 games with 7 goals, and then not to mention, I didn't count the 5-goal games, the 6-goal game. Like, their offense is unbelievable.
Is it historic?
I would say so. It must be. I'd be interested to look into most team goals in a season. But yeah, dude. I mean, Avalanche. It was kind of an odd game, honestly. The first two periods,
Scoreless, yeah.
Scoreless. You saw Darcy Kemper making some absolutely crazy saves. I mean, the Knights, they're not a bad team, of course. What's up?
The Oilers in 446 goals in 80 games, in 1983-84.
Only team to break the 400 goal mark.
Jesus.
We're on it here.
83-84? 83-84?
Season.
Interesting.
That was with, what's his name?
Gretzky?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Crazy, man. Anyway, so Darcy Kemper came up huge last night, too, for the Avalanche. I mean, we know the Knights, they do have some offense. They have some very talented players. But, I mean, like I said, Kemper, he was your first star of the game. He had 29 saves on the night, obviously got the shutout. I'd like to see, I want to say his third shutout on the season. He's tied for 4th now in shutouts for the year. It's again, I mean, you keep talking about their offense like we always do. Darcy Kemper, phenomenal goalie, dude.
Yeah. And really, who would have thought that after watching him with Arizona last year?
I know. I mean, I think he's been around the league a little bit. He was on Minnesota. I think he was drafted by Minnesota.
Yeah, he was. Yeah.
Been with them for like a while, maybe LA for a hot sec or San Jose. And then on Minnesota or on Arizona, excuse me. But yeah, he's come up huge for the Avalanche this season. You got to respect that. And then you get Landeskog in the 3rd period, I think, broke.
Yes. Yep.
And then from there, I mean, it's just
Rantanen
couldn't score.
had a goal as well. And then they have 3 guys with at least 20 goals, and then Makar has 18. So I mean, just scoring from all over.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's just really could not be more impressed. So
yeah, Cal Makar's a freaking defenseman.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable.
It just doesn't even matter. It really doesn't matter. So, we'll see moving forward. Maybe they'll break a franchise record for wins. I mean, who knows at this point? Only 9 losses in regulation up to this point this year. But that being said, Tony, our favorite time, our pick segment, and just to give the viewers a little update here. We last did picks a week ago from tomorrow. So we had a little time off here, but we're actually both now 3-1. So it's all in front of us on the table. You hit with the Islanders and the Oilers, as well as the Lightning over the Coyotes. And then I just had a little misstep with taking the Ducks over the Kraken, but I recovered Stars over Jets. And I don't know why. Maybe I'm just overthinking this, but I thought Edmonton beat the Islanders, but I guess they didn't. I did this quickly before the show, but I just want to double check to make sure I'm not.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. No, Oilers won. Okay,
yeah.
So so you're actually 2-2. My bad. That's not me. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to call you out. It's just so I got the 1 game advantage here, Tony. We got a full,
when he started, he said a little hiccup,
little hiccup. But that being said, go ahead,
Tony,
full slate. We're pumped. The Rangers are playing. So back to the positive side of things, Tony. What are you starting out with for tonight?
I mean, I gotta go Rangers right now, dude. Give me over the Red Wings. They're 22-22 right now. The Red Wings are at 500. They're in the Garden tonight. I mean, Dylan Larkin, as of late, hasn't performed phenomenally. Still, obviously, he has 51 points in the season. That's great. Shesterkin is slated to be in net, so I don't think there should be much of an issue there.
I'm shocked about that. I know. I always say Gorgie spot, but just with the injury thing, I thought maybe they'd give him a rest.
Hell no, dude.
Yeah.
Red Wings also have a couple of injuries, I believe, too. Nick Leddy, one of the defensemen, is day-to-day. Nemetsnikov, also day-to-day. So I guess kind of 50-50 shot in terms of if they're going to be in the lineup yet. Obviously, lineups aren't out yet. But yeah, so I'm going to get the Rangers here. They're 19-5 against Eastern Conference opponents. Let's go. Conference game here. So it'll be the first time they're meeting this season too. So it should be pretty interesting. But I mean, dude, between Fox, Kreider,
get the guys on the fourth line in there. It doesn't even matter.
Yeah.
Miller might have a
Ryan
goal.
Reeves, a couple big hits, dude.
I feel like everyone gets riled for Reeves for some
Yeah,
reason.
he laid the pipe down on some guy in the Bruins the other night, dude. I showed.
Yeah, he showed me, dude. I'll get it up.
God, posterized.
What's his name again?
Ryan Reeves.
Austin
Reeves. Yes.
I'm just joking.
But you can get it up. And then, Red Wings 4-5 in their last 10. Rangers 7-3. They're on a decent roll here. So let's go, dude. Give me the Rangers 4-1.
Let's keep the good times rolling.
Hell yeah,
for
bro.
once, I mean, with Rangers picks, if you got them, I'm rooting for you. It's all about the team. For my pick, Blues over Canadiens. I mean, I don't think I need to spend much time on
Going
this.
with the easy pick.
And the Rangers at minus 200 versus 380. It's that much of a difference.
It's a pretty big difference, dude.
I think, we could have Binnington in goal, and I would still feel comfortable about this. So I don't know if he is or not, but it's Tarasenko, it's Thomas. And the Blues, listen, I mean, they did lose back-to-back games to the Jets and the Devils, but they've rebounded nicely against Chicago and Ottawa. And the Canadiens, I mean, it's just how many times are we going to talk about how terrible the Canadiens are?
A lot.
I mean, Buffalo looked like a good team against them, and I think that just speaks volumes.
I think it was on Charlie Coyle. I think that hit.
No, but how about this stat, Tony? The Canadiens, since December 17th have one win. It's February 17th. 2 months, one win. I mean, postponements aside, that's embarrassing.
That is pretty bad, dude.
Not to mention, at this point, we're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 game losing streak before that win against Dallas January 18th. So just something to keep an eye out for. But all day, I'm going to say Blues 7-1 over the Canadiens. Who do you got?
All right, my next pick, which I'm kind of surprised that they're the underdogs here. And I know, I'm going to go with the Bruins over the Islanders tonight. Obviously, New York, Boston matchup here. Pretty good. For some reason, the Islanders are favored. They're minus 110 right now, which is pretty interesting.
UBS.
I guess. I mean,
That's literally the only reason.
Barzal is coming around, but, he only has 31 points in the season, 11 goals, 20 assists. He's leading the team.
Yeah.
It's not really that great, dude,
Yeah.
Islanders are 3-7 in the last 10. Bruins have been struggling a little bit 4-4. But, I mean, I still would think they have a bit of a bounce-back game here. I think Bergeron's day-to-day, but I'm sure he'll play. You'll probably get Ullmark in net tonight for the Bruins. Obviously, probably Sorokin for the Islanders. Two very comparable goalies, I would say. But nonetheless, dude, I feel like the Bruins would take this one away. Give me 3-2.
All right.
Yeah.
I like it. I definitely like
Bruins
it.
Rangers picks tonight, dude.
Yeah.
Quite the hypocrisy here.
And I'm going to go, even though don't really like how they've played over the last month, but give me the Capitals over the Flyers.
I was hoping you'd take this game.
Why? Because you would
Trap game.
You would have taken the Flyers.
Trap game.
And the Flyers suck. I don't. You know what I mean?
Dude,
And listen,
Caps have been struggling though.
listen. I am aware that they lost to Ottawa last week 4-1,
Mhm.
and they did lose to Columbus as well in Edmonton.
They
But
just
they did,
beat Nashville, and I think Ovechkin had
4-1.
2 goals.
yes, and
I
it's
wouldn't
just
count on that again, dude.
and it's just like the Flyers. I mean, they've lost 3 in a row. They had a win against Winnipeg in Los Angeles. I mean, not exactly impressive wins. I don't need to hear about Atkinson or Giroux. It doesn't matter. Capitals, I think they're due for
Kevin
a
Hayes.
big game. I'm going to say 6-2, and you'll see Ovechkin with a hat trick. So 5 goals in 2 games for Ovechkin. And then just as we close out hockey here real quick, Tony, the Oshie injury, do you think that's playing a role into their inconsistent play?
Oh, absolutely, dude.
Yeah. I mean, he's
Olympic gold medalist.
Yeah.
Highly sought after player, great forward, left winger, or right winger, I believe.
Right winger.
Right winger. Yeah. Dude, yeah, he's responsible for a lot of their offense. And again, when you have Oshie in the right wing, there's it's less ability to cover Ovechkin.
Hasn't played in over a month.
Mm-hmm.
Only 5 goals this season after having 22 last year, as well as 21 assists. So
yeah,
it's a big part of their offense.
Of course, dude. His first rounder pick way back in I don't even know when, early 2000s maybe. I think it was St. Louis.
Yeah, St. Louis 2005.
Yeah.
I didn't know he was 35. I thought he was younger. But I guess he has been around a while.
Yeah.
But it's funny the way the Capitals, the big Capitals. But now it's like, would you almost be excited if the Rangers had to play them in the playoffs?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
dude. Yeah.
The inconsistencies.
I want to beat them.
Yeah, exactly. The tides have turned situation. So despite all that, I'm going Capitals here. So you have the Rangers and the Bruins, and I have the Blues and the Capitals, and we'll see. Maybe tonight's the night you pull even, or possibly take a lead. I mean, we'll see, but time will tell. And we got a while here until April 1st. So, and then really, other than that, just the one thing I wanted to mention, came out the other day, very controversial, but they did have the Tyler Skaggs trial, Harvey on the stand and admitting to, cocaine use while on the Mets. And then I'm sure you saw the pictures that come up with him on the mound, bloody nose. Terry Collins really getting into it about how he told me he had suicidal thoughts. And I mean, it really, and then MLB's, I guess, was it investigative reporter TJ Quinn said if he's on a roster, he'll have a 60-game suspension for admitting to dealing drugs. Because I guess that he had acknowledged that, but I mean, what a crazy story. and then to top it off, Terry Collins, like everyone's very disappointed that he kind of almost like broke a circle of trust in a way. So I mean, what was your whole take back of everything?
I you got to be disappointed in Collins. I mean, obviously there's a player manager confidentiality agreement. He told you things in confidence, obviously trusting you, and now after the fact, you're on a radio show just spilling the whole story. I would say it's pretty majorly inappropriate and unprofessional.
Yeah,
it is. Like it's not your information to give out.
And any do you think it was just to I don't know, have some publicity around him? Why do you think he chose to do that?
I don't know, honestly, dude. It seemed like he was alluding, all this his mental health issues to how the Mets had to decline in play and everything like that, and just a clubhouse environment. So I don't know if he was just trying to, I don't know, shed some light, at least in his eyes, as to why he wasn't as successful with him and everything. And I don't know. I mean, obviously, we knew about the drug problem. People pretty much knew about that. It's just, it is kind of disheartening to hear that he had suicidal thoughts and things like that. And obviously wasn't, mentally stable and needed help. And of course, to hear all this from Terry Collins on a radio show. I mean, again, that's not something you should be, just information you should be giving out.
Yeah.
Dudes. There's no reason, even if you think you have a reason to talk about it, there really isn't any justification for that.
And I mean, I don't think as far as his career, I mean, I think his career was already over just because, I mean, you pitched for Baltimore, you pitched the whole year, a 6 ERA. I mean, other than the great start against the Yankees, and, I don't think he was going to pitch anyway, but obviously very damaging for his reputation. You hope mentally he's okay, that who knows where he's at. Obviously, this is tough to take. So it's just a sad situation because it's a guy. I mean, I'm sure you must have thought when he came up in 2013 and great year in 15 that he was gonna be like a Hall of Famer.
Yeah,
and now it's. I mean, and honestly, I mean, I know you said because I didn't really. I knew he parties, whatever, but I didn't know to the extent, and I don't know if you kind of had an idea of that, or were you surprised at the extent of just with the dealing and just how much and how often and all that stuff? Did that surprise you?
Yeah, the dealing, I think the involvement of other players, obviously what kind of is a shame is how this is becoming a top storyline, even though this, this is for, could shed more light on Tyler Skaggs passing away. And, again, the level of involvement of other people in different organizations, like the guy from the Angels, he was saying he was getting drugs from and stuff like that. I mean, I think how deep it really went in the league was what was the biggest surprise.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's a shame, right now we should be talking about pitchers and catchers. And this is the only story we got because we still don't have a, collective bargaining agreement.
It's a real shame.
So hopefully
I think they're meeting next week.
I think so.
They said they were going to meet for another.
Let's see. ESPN notification agreement. No, of course, some stupid thing about UConn basketball. I mean, come on.
Did you really expect to get an agreement?
Yes. I mean, it's just like, what are you waiting? I really wouldn't you love if we could have Manfred on,
on this show?
Yeah, what would his bullshit reason? I would love to hear it.
Only he could be able to even fathom some type of ridiculous, beat around the bush, run around answer.
Well, when you look at the demographics, we feel like there's a lot of money that could be saved in the minor leagues and distributed back to our major leaguers. No, you want to distribute it back to the owners. So don't even start. You don't care. That's the thing. He does not give 1%, about the players at all. Does not care.
I would love to have. I don't even care if it's on the show. I just want you two to meet.
Do you think it would be hard for me to almost not want to take a swing? Like it would be that bad?
Yeah. We may have to hold you back.
So
it's invited right now. Manfred, Sakura, Westport. Tomorrow.
How many sake pops? Yeah. But how much longer do I have to wait? Weeks, a month? What are we talking? Just to have free agency finish up, pitchers and catchers. I mean, how long are we talking?
An agreement to have an actual agreement.
But just I guess an agreement. Yeah.
Just start in March.
Yeah.
2 weeks. 2 weeks.
Should be a long 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, Tony. But really, other than that, anything else you have for me?
No, not really.
That's
all I got, dude.
And I know for the fans that missed it, was it yesterday you did not yesterday, Tuesday you did the Super Bowl commercials that's on the
for screen time.
Yes.
Yeah,
but so if anybody didn't catch that,
go to our YouTube, Downtown TV, look at screen time episode, best Super Bowl commercials all time.
It was a good episode.
It was a great episode. We broke down the Super Bowl.
There's some commercials you forgot about that we mentioned.
Yeah, that's for sure. And even some older commercials that you weren't alive for and that you'd be interested to watch.
Exactly.
We broke down this year's commercials, the halftime show, just the Super Bowl in general as a production, not necessarily just the game. So it was a fun episode. Renee came on too.
Yeah. So everyone checked it out. And then also today, debuting Dream is Free, Chad Anderson, creator of Volume Just Increases. So definitely check that one out.
It debuted an hour ago, actually. So fresh off the slate, dude.
Fresh off the slate. And of course, there's plenty of other videos for everyone to check out. So just keep commenting, just keep liking, just keep subscribing. We appreciate all of our fans out there. Merch, downtimetv.com. Everybody enjoy the games. Rob Manfred, if you're listening, sit down, give up your ego. Let's get the players back on the field. Everybody enjoy your day. We'll see you
mañana.
Hey guys, Tony here from Downtime TV checking in. I want to thank all our fans out there who's been liking, subscribing, sharing our content. You guys are the best. You guys are our bloodline. You make us love